Okay, next video. What about Grandpa are you most thankful for? I am most thankful that I know that Grandpa is always thinking of me. Grandpa sends articles or books or different things, $10 one time, that was pretty great, in the mail. And it lets me know that, as he's sitting looking through his National Geographic and he sees an article about Ukraine, he thinks of me, and so he cuts it out and he writes a little note on it and he puts it in the mail and I get it. And it makes me feel very special because I know that Grandpa's thinking of me, and it's a very nice feeling to know. And it's nice to know that someone, is interested and sends me things that he thinks I would be interested in, and he actually listens when he asks me a question like, how was law school? And I explain it for 10 minutes. He actually listens, and some people would not do that. So I'm most thankful that Grandpa is very interested in my life, and I'm thankful that I know that this is longer than it probably should be. I'm thankful to know that Grandpa is always has us in his thoughts. Okay. What's next? The beard, stay or go? I feel like Grandpa, obviously you're going to have to make your own decision in the beard matter, but I thought you should know that when I am talking about you to my roommates or friends and they need clarification about who I'm referring to, even though I only have one living grandfather, they will say, oh, do you mean Abraham Lincoln? And I'll say, yeah. So, that may not be a bad thing. If you are okay with your identity being clarified by a reference to Abraham Lincoln, then I say, long live the beard. But if in some way that is unacceptable or inappropriate or otherwise unpleasant, then, you lived many years without a beard and you could always go back. But either way, I will love you with or without a beard, Grandpa. Have I ever beaten Grandpa in golf? I have never beaten Grandpa at golf. I will never beat Grandpa at golf. I don't know how many hours of golf practice I would have to put in to beat Grandpa at golf, but it is a number that is not within the realm of human possibility at this point in time. So no, Grandpa has never beat me. I keep doing that. Yes, Grandpa has beaten me. Did I do this whole thing wrong? Oh, it's because I'm switching the subject of the sentence. Tracy. Grandpa has beaten me at golf many times, and if you would like to say that another way, I have never beaten Grandpa at golf. Okay, great. If I could relive a moment with Grandpa, what would it be? I feel like I sort of already answered this one. I don't know if I would relive that Chattahoochee River moment. It was kind of not the greatest moment. I think if I could relive a moment with Grandpa, I'm going to have to agree with Matt and say I would somehow be 21 years old or older at Dad and Tracy's wedding, and I would relive the reception with Grandpa, because I only have foggy memories of the things that happened there, as I'm sure Grandpa does as well, but it sounds like an epic time that I wish I had been there for and able to enjoy adult beverages. Did Grandpa ever change a channel on you? Grandpa loves to change a channel on people. Matt and I often watched shows that Grandpa deemed inappropriate, and he would come in and say, what's this trash? And change the channel. Golf was a big hit, as was National Geographic, as were some sort of older British detective shows. I felt like there were a few of those. So yes, Grandpa has changed the channel on me, but I think it was only because he had my best interests at heart. If Grandpa was an animal, what would he be and why? If Grandpa were an animal, he would be a deer. Grandpa Now, I'm not just talking any run-of-the-mill deer. I'm not even referring to Bambi unless you are talking about the last 10 minutes of the movie. And in that part of the movie is when there is a deer. Grandpa would be a deer that would stand on a hilltop and look out majestically upon his land. And he would have, large antlers and be very sort of, very much like a leader, very almost with almost a royal air about him, sort of the ruler of the forest. And he would protect his doe or does. I'm not really sure if deers are into monogamy. But if Grandpa was a deer, he would be. So he would protect his doe and his fawns and any other creatures who might need his protection. He'd be down for that. So yes, now this answer may have been influenced by the fact that Grandpa once wrote an article for the Bent Tree newspaper where a deer offers advice to a neighbor about the growing deer population. But yes, I think Grandpa would be a deer. That's my final answer. And, okay. As for Grandpa, I'm going to do my imitations in a second. As for Grandpa's look of disgust, I cannot imitate it because I have never seen it. I'm going to say that again because I might have gotten too quiet at the end. I cannot imitate Grandpa's look of disgust because I have never seen his look of disgust. So it would be impossible for me to attempt that. I'm going to do another happy birthday message just in case. Happy birthday, Grandpa! I hope you have a great day and celebration. Even though your birthday was a long time ago, it's the party that keeps on giving. I love you, and I'm really glad that we get to be here in North Carolina, and I hope you enjoy your video.